Please welcome Chris Fehn. There you go, right over here. Oh, you have a seat
the
there too?
1970s
Sure.
chairs
Yeah, very nice.
at Grandma's house.
Not really a drum throne, but close enough.
Yeah, there you go.
So how you been?
Good.
Have you been doing very many Comic-Cons?
No, this is my third. The first two were smaller ones in Kentucky and Nashville, I think we were at. But I like them. It's cool.
Yeah. Any really good fan interactions you can talk about, or just anything that just surprised that people just are just so love
Yeah,
what you do?
I still love it when these kids dress up in the full garb and make their own masks and take the time, to all the details. It's really cool to see.
How did the mask come about? Did you have much input on that?
No, when I started, they had that mask already made.
Okay.
So yeah, they're like, "You're wearing this." I'm like, "Cool, let's go. Let's get out of Iowa."
So, like the way you play is pretty unique. How did you develop your own rhythmic identity with the music, or just with with the band being so aggressive and?
Well, it's really tough with Joey because he was so amazing. Like sometimes it's hard to figure out where you're even going to fit into the whole thing. But there's a lot of really creative people in there, so we found our way in and it's the good spots and not to overshadow anything or.
Do you have to work with click tracks, or you just basically just
Never. No, I can't do it.
That is amazing. I mean, so many
Yeah.
drummers that actually play that style of music have to have a click. That's
I know.
amazing.
So what happens with me is when the click starts, everything, that's fine. It's good to go. But then I lose the click because you're playing on time. And then my mind's like, oh, where'd the click go? And then it all starts falling apart and the click comes back in and I'm way off. I'm just like, shut that thing off, I'd rather listen to music that's like, has the vibe, like the push and the pull, the speed of it, yeah.
So pretty intense live performances. What's it like to be on stage with like big crowd and all the craziness? I mean,
it's awesome. It's what I always wanted to do since I was his age. But that's my son, by the way.
Oh, hey.
And
you didn't injure yourself drumming too much, did you?
no, it's a scooter.
Scooter. Okay, good. Good.
But yeah, it's. I forgot the question now.
Oh, I asked you, what is it like to be on stage? I mean,
yeah,
the energy, the.
It's a blur. It really becomes a blur. It's so big that it just seems fake. So I'd be more nervous playing in front of you guys than 100,000 people. If that makes sense.
Did you find wearing a mask makes it easier for you to kind of?
Yeah, I don't know. I love music that much, and I'm really into it. So I think if the mask would just disappear at any point, I would still be real. You'd be like, oh, he's into it. There's some times where I'm laughing at people in the crowd, and they're like scared, and I'm laughing at you. You can't tell, but I'm like, that's funny.
What is the mask made out of?
Latex.
It's latex.
Yeah.
A lot of sweating.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. I put it on Ozzy Osbourne one time, and he was like, "Get that thing off me." But we got pictures of it. It's really funny.
How do you prepare, like mentally and physically, for all of the drumming and I mean, is there an up and down?
I mean, there's stretching. Certain things for backup vocals. I would drink like this nasty lemon juice and honey, and just to get it kind of lubed up or whatever. But for the most part, it's like jumping out of a plane with that band. Get out there. Just like, oh my God, here we go.
Is there any sort of after the show's over, kind of like, I can't wait to do this again, or I need to power down? I mean,
I need to go to bed. Yeah, it's so energetic, and it's so aggressive that you get off stage and it's just like, oh, like you went through this big psychology hour with this lady or something, right? And you're like, when you're done.
And how tight was the schedule? Was it usually like a gig a night, or you have some time?
3 on, 1 off.
3 on, 1 off.
Is what we would do. 3 shows, 1 off. 3 shows, 1 off. And then depending on the travel, but that's the hardest part. It's the traveling, yeah.
I got to ask about the mask again. And it's so iconic. Do you know what the inspiration was for the way it looks?
No, what it was it was called Liar with Hat. If you buy it online, it's called Liar with Hat. And it's like half the mask and like a dunce cap, like that comes with it. So we're like, dunce cap's gone, and then we cut the back of the head off and sewed the front. Oh, wow. So we just like made them. you know.
So I got to ask you something that's not drumming. You were a kicker for Wayne State College. Am I right with that?
I was, yeah.
What's your past experience with athletics? Did you any of that travel into drumming?
Oh, that's a good question. I think physically it does. Stamina, stuff like that, or just, jumping around on stage has a lot to do with being athletic, I suppose. But other than that, not really. It's pretty two separate entities, yeah.
So did you go from kicker to drummer, drummer to kicker, or did they?
Kicker to drummer.
Kicker to drummer.
Yeah.
What was the transition like? What actually drew you into drumming from kicking?
I loved it since I was a little kid. And my dad got me a drum kit for Christmas, little Muppets kit.
How old were you?
I had to be 5, right? And I start playing on this thing, and my dad's like, that's gone. Once he heard that racket, he's like, nope. So I never had another drum kit until I was in my 20s. He shut that down.
Does your son play drums at all?
No.
Do you ever want to play drums?
No.
Okay. Do you want to be a kicker? Just checking.
Yeah, these kids nowadays are just smart.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
just smart.
So what are you currently up to? Any future music projects? Do you have
I just play in actually my guitar player's here. I play in a cover band, and we just have fun.
Oh, can you talk a little bit about that? Where are you guys based out of?
Detroit.
Detroit.
And we play in my garage, old school, and we all get together and we just pick songs and learn them and play them. We just now got a singer.
Oh, do you have a name? The band's name is?
No, not yet.
You're just doing it?
We had a couple that were really cool, but we forgot them, obviously.
What genre? I got to ask.
Oh, it's like Journey, and we play some Queens of the Stone Age, stuff like that. Just more mellower stuff. We're getting old, so.
How often do you find yourself behind the drum kit? Like daily?
About every day or every other day. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you had formal training, or you just
No.
No.
I think I took a couple lessons back in the day, but I was just so ready to go. I'm like, just let me do it, just let me do it. And then watching MTV, I learned how they do it, basically.
So
that was our YouTube back then, was MTV. So
can you read music?
a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
So how, like, when they come to you with a song, is it you come make your own parts, or do you hear what's there, or they tell you what to do when it comes to a new song you're not familiar with?
Like in the cover band?
No, with Slipknot, when they say here's a new song.
I did it a weird way. Like I would not get copies of what they're writing until I went into the studio, and I would hear the song for the first time, and then just instantly go out there and try and play. Just right then,
Wow.
like without thinking about it. Then later on, you can think about it. You can put in the kegs, and you can put in the whatever we were beating on at that time.
So you had some pretty much free reign to.
Oh, yeah.
That's
But that's a good thing about a studio is you can just play for hours, and they can just go nope, and or yep, take that part, and
So I know it might be a little bit different studio than garage, learning a song and putting it together. In the studio, do you find that there's much more pressure, and it's
no.
Everybody's
so professional. That's the one thing they don't want you to be is like stressed out or have anxiety about being in there because it's scary. It's the first couple records, you're nervous, like you're dealing with producers and people that are
Exactly.
We're just a bunch of Iowa kids, man. We're like what? So.
So is there like, let me just ask this real quick. Is there like songwriting time in the studio and there's recording time in the studio? Did they two ever mix?
Yeah, there's both.
There's both. Because I was
Yep.
going to say, writing a song and recording it at the same time has got to be way too much pressure.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best though. Just right off the bat, just the first thing that comes out is usually the best.
Do you have a favorite track that you just really nailed and are very proud of?
If Rain Is What You Want, that's good. I played actually a sit-down kit at the beginning of that song, and then Weinberg finishes it, but that was a good one.
Favorite album?
I think the Subliminal Verses, the third record, is really good, front to back. But then, the Iowa record is just stupidly heavy.
Yeah.
So that's another one of my favorites.
Any favorite performances? Anything ever really stand out as far as like, pretty monumental performance?
I think my
Live?
very first one was we played this bar in Minneapolis, and they had a cappuccino machine on the bar. and I just went up to it and I shoved it off the bar, and it exploded like a bomb. Cops
Is this
come.
before you guys start playing?
No, during the set. Yeah, I took off. I'm like, what's around here? And just shoved it off there and destroyed everything. But they didn't arrest me, and I think we set them a little Mr. Coffee maker. They're pissed. So we were not welcome back there. But.
That's a riot. Not including you, but any advice to young drummers that might want to get into drumming? Maybe you.
Obviously, practice, like till your hands bleed. Is the best way. But nowadays, it's so nice because you can just play to. I play to like my phone. I just put it on random, and I just play whatever song comes up. Even if I don't want to, I grind through it. And because there's so many good drummers now that you can learn and pick up little things from just playing your music that's on your phone.
Would you ever teach drumming to anyone?
No, maybe little kids just to try and make it fun and exciting. But no, I'd rather do my own.
And you never really get any physical ailments, no carpal tunnel, no problems with.
No, not yet.
That's great. I think the kicking thing might have helped.
Yeah. Staying active helps.
What do you do to stay active, actually?
I golf a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I golf anytime that I can, hit balls or take them to the range or,
Is that where you got your from golfing?
No, still the scooter.
Still the scooter.
When you go off the sidewalk and you try to get back on the sidewalk and the wheel does that whole number when we were kids? He learned an important lesson.
Well, there you go.
Stay in the grass.
So you're going to go to lunch after this, and then he's going to be at his table at 1. But let's get some questions. You got questions? Raise your hand. Chris, and by the way, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no worries.
Right here.
You've seen me a lot today, but a couple questions I haven't asked you. So what song did you look forward to the most, if not more than one, for on the set list? And two, what actually started this whole thing, the keg? I've always been curious. And not to mention, I think you're metal god when it comes to the Nameless and Custer Live. Those
thank
are
you.
my favorite.
Right on. So the first part, I think my favorite one was the last one because the mayhem is over and I get to go to, relax because it's so aggressive. I mean, it's hard to explain to people like how physical it was doing that band live. And then I forgot the rest of it.
Your favorite song you would on a set list that you would look forward to, and what started the keg?
Oh yeah, they were doing that before I got in the band. I think the clown was grinding it with a grinder, and sparks were flying all over the stage, and it was just something unique, percussion wise that no one ever thought of. So we ran with it.
And favorite song on the set list that you look forward to? That was
the last one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The first one, because it's awesome going out there. You're fresh. Now you see everybody. Like, this is great. And then it's like, oh my God.
So were there
An hour left.
Were there set lists, or were there any other shows like done on the fly, like we're doing this tune next?
We had set lists, but we would make like 3 of them. So a lot of times you don't want to play the same set within, Minneapolis or Madison. They're so close that the kids want to see different songs. So we had 3 that we would rotate because you can't have any more than that because there's lighting involved and there's stage things and, all that stuff involved. So you got to have it set for those other people that work for us, yeah.
How long would you guys go on tour for a chunk of time?
Usually a couple years.
Wow.
Yeah. So like with him, if it wasn't for FaceTime, it was tough being a dad that's 1,000 miles away all the time. Like I'd come home and he'd be like, "How are you?" I'd be like, "You can talk." Like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like what? Because you're just completely absent when you're on tour. You got to really focus a lot on just staying alive. Yeah. So.
Nice. Question right towards the back.
Yeah. What song on your playlist will people be surprised that you listen to?
Oh, great question.
You like that?
No, it's not quite that bad. Even I appreciate her though. She does what she does, but I would say like a lot of Steely Dan, a lot of Pink Floyd. That might not be too out of control, but Temptations. All that old R&B. I love it.
Do you have a favorite drummer that you kind of modeled yourself after or
You know what's
admire?
cool is I'm having deja vu big time. I love that. Okay, sorry, go ahead. I straight up was like, I've been here.
That's awesome. Welcome back.
Thanks. It was great to be there. It's like Dave Lombardo from Slayer. I was a big Slayer fan. And there's Tommy Lee from Motley Crue, right? Like, I'm his age watching that guy going, whoa, that's what I want to do. So it's guys like that.
All right. Got time for write down. Oh, a couple more right there.
Largest crowd ever played to and favorite venue,
Oh, that's nice.
big or small?
It'd be the same one. And we played Rock in Rio in, was that Brazil? Yeah, and I think that was a couple 100,000. And it was like 30 million worldwide online. So 30,200,000. That's the best one, and that's the same one. I just loved going down there.
Got time for just a couple more questions?
Do you plan on your son playing in a band?
Say that again?
Do you plan on your son joining a band or playing an instrument?
No.
Can I ask him why not?
First of all, great shirt, by the way. That my man. No, he's going to do, if he wants to, though, he's got it all available. That's one good thing about my house is you got bass, guitars, drums, anything he wants to do. If he wants to do it, it's there.
A question for you. Is there anything you might ever want to play?
Not really.
Okay, that's all right. You can ride scooters.
Pan flute.
And we have a question right there.
On Ozfest, whenever you were on the second stage, did you guys realize you were going to blow up after that? Because everyone in the audience knew.
On the very first Ozfest?
Yeah, on the second stage.
I don't think so. I think I knew because I heard that everybody was rushing over there to see us. And we weren't really privy to that, so we thought everybody was just there to see Head PE and Fear Factory. Like it was just all one big happy thing. But come to find out, sometimes after we got done, people would, I was like, ooh, they were here to see us? Like, really?
You guys went into our parking lot drinking time.
Yes, we did. We did. Yeah, totally. Totally.
Okay. We've got one more. Oh, way over on the far side. And another one. Good.
Were you at Ozfest in 1999?
I was.
And two questions there.
Ozfest 99 was my third show with Slipknot. My third show ever in my life was in front of that. I was tripping. I was like, even during sound check, I'm like, don't fuck this up.
He already went.
Hello again.
I was going to ask, is there any recent, newer metal bands right now that you're listening to or any that you like?
There's not.
Not?
And I don't know why. Nothing right now is just really like Slipknot, bang, like to the world, like boom. It's everything's kind of, I don't know if it's the internet or, it's so easy to record now that you can record a full record in your room. So a lot of material's coming out and it's not really that thought out, I think. Nothing's really struck me yet. I'm still Cannibal Corpse. I'm still Death. I'm still, Acid Witch. I got to check them out now, remember? Yeah, got to check out Acid Witch. But I love that drudgy, Clutch and stuff like that, Down, or, I like that stuff, yeah.
Do you write any music?
I don't.
Do you think you might?
I don't know. Being a drummer, it's kind of, it's a little strange to do it. And to play anything on the guitar, all I can do is express to him my thoughts, and he plays it. Like he's fully schooled, so I can go be like, "Doo-ba-dip-ba-dip-ba-doo," and he'll be like, "Doo-ba-dip-ba-dip-ba-doo." I'm like, yeah, that's how it goes. So I use them a bunch.
Oh, cool. Right here.
Not counting your mask, which mask do you think was your favorite?
Besides mine, I like Craig's with the spikes. Because back in the day, there used to be a light that flashed too, but that would always kept falling off, so we had to get rid of it. But Yeah, Craig's is like dangerous, man. That thing hurts. It's painful.
Right down here.
Me again. So, out of all the legendary bands and tours that you have done in your career, do you have any that you're like, I absolutely love the most out of all of them?
The bands that we played with? Slayer. We toured a lot with Slayer. And the best thing was is they're great guys. You know, because it's easy. I've met some of my heroes and they were dicks, and I'm really upset about that. But then I learned not to be that way. Not that I would be anyway, but you know what I mean? I try extra hard to, because it's important. I'm a fan of music, and I'm a fan of those people. So there was certain people like Max Cavalera from Soulfly and from Sepultura. I wouldn't meet him. Even though he was available to meet me, I was like, nope, I don't want to take that chance. Even though I heard he's a sweetheart. I still have those people in my life that I won't meet because I want to hold them in that imaginary, awesome world that they need to stay in, you know?
Well, you were everything I expected to be. So thank you.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you, yeah. You guys are great.
Thanks. Final question. Anyone got one? If not, he's going to be headed to lunch and back at his table, I think around probably 1:30.
Yeah, probably around then.
So, needless to say,
Hold on.
any final I got one quick question. Did you ever have to put any kind of like base underneath the mask, being that it was latex, like any kind of like...
Yeah, so we called it absu, and I don't know why that word came up, but you know the stuff that baseball players use to put the black on under their eyes? Yeah, we would use that to black out everything underneath the mask, which in turn gave a little bit of protection, but it was nothing but puke and piss in those masks, so nothing was going to help. No Revlon lady was going to be like, I can take care of that.
Well, thank you so much for coming out and doing this. Chris Fehn, everyone. Once again, he's headed to lunch, and then he's going to be at his table. Enjoy the weekend, everybody.